This video is sponsored by Squarespace.
It's a 9 to 5, ain't got no time for you and
Y'all, it is freezing and I didn't bring a jacket, so I'm trying my best to stay warm, but my first week in Paris is coming to an end and we're thrifting with a subscriber. So she is taking us all around the 11th district because she actually lives here, so she knows it best. So I'll introduce you guys as soon as we meet up with her. Okay, y'all, we've got my sister, my twin sister, by the way, and we have Ariel here. So I'm gonna introduce you. They're a little camera shy, so we're just gonna show them a quick little second, okay? Y'all already know my sister. And then we have Ariel here. Okay, my French is horrible and she said it like 3 times, but oh, Lumiere. And she said that this was the very first thrift store that she's ever been to. And I did kind of tell her that I'm really open to any type of style as long as we keep it like under 15 to 20 euro. Immediate first thoughts is that this place is totally giving vintage and there's so much clothes packed into this tiny little room, but I still managed to find a lot of cute things. I have been noticing that there's a ton of like sportswear in all of these thrift stores and this looks hecka awesome. I could already envision this with like a white lace skirt, some cute red shoes. But of course, we always have to see if there's any Eagles stuff, which I don't know if they'll have like American sport teams here, but it doesn't hurt to look. Okay, I know we're only one store in, but at this point, I was so freaking cold, so I was so tempted to take this blazer. And at the same time, it was giving fall vibes with the corduroy, the brown. It was just a little too simple for my style, so decided to leave it. And I was so surprised that I came across the mountain t-shirt because this was just screaming Arthur. And it's actually a graphic that he doesn't have. But they were asking, I believe, 20 euros. So decided we were just going to leave it behind. I also came across some Diesel, but wasn't too crazy about the print, the color, or the like very slim leg. I also came across this sleeveless denim Patrick dress. It is a little bit ugly, could possibly be cute if styled right. And then my sister found this yellow jacket, but to me it was just kind of giving Georgie from It, and she didn't end up taking it. But the holy grail in this store is this baby tee that is giving bloquette, but it wasn't for sale. Apparently Ariel had been trying to buy it forever now and the owner just won't let in. Our last friend for today who's joining us is Teresa. We're at thrift store number 2 and this is Acide Violette. This place is pretty in pink and purple. Again, another place that is very highly curated, and so you're gonna find a lot of 90s, Y2K pieces here and just a sprinkle of vintage. But the minute I walked in, I laid eyes on this denim bra. I was so in love. Just A-cup girl problems. The cups were just way too big for me, so I went straight for there. I think it was like 1 to 5 euro bins. So I was rummaging through there, only found one jacket, another jacket. I'm telling you guys, I was so cold, but it was just kind of giving like tourist trap. I could have easily gotten that if I went to London, which is just like a 2-hour commute. My sister pulled out this shirt that she thought I would absolutely love. Low-key offended because it was kind of ugly, but my eyes darted straight for these bustiers. They were so cute, especially the black and red ones, but again, the cups were just a little bit too big. And then I came across one that I was ready to drop some money on, this silver one with like black flowers all over it, but the same issue. The cups were just a little too big for me. I was wondering why I was so drawn to these pants because they were so cool, and then I remembered I literally have a matching set with this exact print and material. They also weren't short of velour tracksuits. It was just giving juicy. This was another piece that I was ready to drop some money on, but I told myself the price was a little up there, so if I really wanted it and was still thinking about it at the end of the day, I would come pick it up. And then here's just a quick look at the like really vintage pieces that were pretty up there in price too. They were ranging between like 60 to 80 euro. Let's take a little break from thrifting and thank today's sponsor, which is Squarespace. They empower individuals to create their online web presence and also launch the passion project. So you guys already know about my vintage rework lingerie, but a lot of pieces from this actual thrift haul are gonna be posted on my website, twinl.com, which only exists all thanks to Squarespace. So if you are also a reseller and you're looking to create a professional website, or if you want to sell digital, tangible items, or even a service, Squarespace offers a ton of tools that makes it super easy. The first tool they offer is e-commerce templates. So all you're doing here is choosing the layout and design of your website that best fits your needs. Second tool they offer is inventory management, and it's exactly as it sounds. So it's managing all your inventory, keeping you organized, and Squarespace will send you notifications anytime something is low in stock or completely out of stock. The third tool they offer is secure payments, so you're able to connect Stripe and PayPal so customers can purchase things
things off your website, either using their credit card, PayPal, or Venmo. The last tool I want to touch on is that they do offer a built-in mobile website, so the design that you initially chose does automatically include a unique mobile experience. So this just means that your website is going to be shoppable and accessible on a phone, a desktop, and even an iPad. So check out squarespace.com for a free trial, but when you're ready to launch, visit squarespace.com/Chanel to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain using my code TWINO. But a huge thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this portion of today's video. Let's get back to thrifting in Paris. We got a little pick-me-up since we were doing so much walking, but we made it to our third location. I'm not going to even try to pronounce this because I know I'm going to butcher it, but we actually just randomly found it, and I was mainly attracted to that €1 sign that we saw on the window. But okay, first impressions is it kind of was giving a boutique slash thrift store just because they had a lot of similar styles, only in different sizes. But okay, this $1 bin was kind of trash. It was full of a lot of dated clothes, kids' clothes, and very like basic men's t-shirts. But one thing I was impressed with was the men's section. It was just surprisingly big, and they had a lot to choose from. The other thrift stores that we were checking out kind of had a non-existent men's section, or it was just like super, super small. And as I was walking towards the door, my sister was just like, oh, hey, don't forget to go downstairs. And I was just like, what? This place has a freaking downstairs, and this is where all the cute pieces were hiding. I like this workwear stuff. Look at this jacket. It's so cute. What the heck?
Wow.
That's adorable. How much is it though? Let's see.
I don't know. I found
10?
the jackets. Wow.
Wait, 10 is so good.
This might fit you better. I have broad shoulders.
Curse my broad shoulders because this jacket was just way too tight on me, and I really wanted it, first of all because it was hecka cold, but also like it matches my outfit. And then I came across this very questionable skirt. Let's not talk about my stance. What is wrong with that foot? But ultimately I thought it was a little ugly, so decided to pass on it. We just wrapped up here. The very bottom had a really good secondhand thrifted section that was super reasonably priced. Everything was roughly like €1 to €10, which is super affordable. But now we're headed to my sister's favorite part. Here is our last thrift store. It's called Frishop, and if you ever find yourself in Paris and you come across one of these, immediately run into this place because it is so reasonably priced. Just about everything is between like €5 to €10, and they have an awesome selection. So I actually filmed another vlog, and I came across one just randomly in the 18th district, so that's to come, and it's really good. But here we have another jacket that I was tempted to buy, but it just looked a little raggedy, like it had to be sent over to the dry cleaners, but it was only €10. The shoe section actually wasn't that bad, and they were asking €10 a pair. I was also so surprised that they had fitting rooms here because at this point they just don't exist in the States, or at least here in Los Angeles. But I have a newfound appreciation for flat shoes since we do so much walking here in Paris, so I thought those sneakers were cute. These wedges I could appreciate because of the camo and the skull. I just wasn't really feeling that espadrille wedge. And I also really like these shoes. They were size 38 in like nearly perfect condition, and something about the straps on the front I thought were really cool until my sister made the comment that it was just giving Mickey Mouse. So we put those right back. I'm still very much into the ballerina flat craze, so those pink ones I thought were really pretty, but I didn't really find anything that I really wanted to take home because I also brought 8 pairs of shoes with me to Paris, so I thought it was smarter to not pack any more shoes into my luggage. We have our purchase. She's getting this. Super cute. How much is it? €5?
€5.
Oh, that's hecka good. Y'all, we've literally been spending the entire day together, so we're gonna do a quick little outfit of the day. Okay, so who wants to go first? Adia, you first.
So this was €1. That motorcycle so fucking loud. So I bought it for €1 at Thrift Haul in Saint Paul, and I also bought that for €1 in Saint Paul. And
this rain jacket I bought in Iceland like 6 years ago, and it's been to like 4 countries with me. This little Ritzia top, thrifted Everlane jeans, and then rain boots. I got this at Le Hall in Pull and Bear. I got my mini skirt thrifted at a Goodwill. I got these at a Monoprix, and my boots are also from Pull and Bear.
We're ending with my outfit. I got this from Depop. It was actually a really good price, so I'm gonna leave the Depop seller right here. And then this is a newly thrifted
Oh, you can't even see it. Hold on. A newly thrifted skirt that I picked up here at Frishop. You could never go wrong with La Moda.
As someone who doesn't travel a lot, I feel like I was so gullible to French stereotypes that I saw on TikTok, but the French are freaking awesome people. They're so sweet, and I can now say that I have a friend in France. So Ariel, huge thank you for hanging out with me, but I'm not sure if I ever mentioned it, but a little bit of context on how we met. We just ran into each other at a thrift store. My sister and I were just walking around and we came across, I'm gonna butcher it, a Getty Soul, and it's pretty much like a thrift store chain that you can find all around Paris. And I just asked her if her schedule was free and she wanted to hang out, and she said yes. So she took me all around the 11th district and we went thrift hopping. So gonna be honest, I loved all the thrift stores that she took us to, but I only found one item and it's a total fail. So the rest of the pieces that I'm gonna show off today are actually from that Getty Soul where Ariel and I met. I've mentioned it before, but anytime I find something at the thrift and I get super excited, I forget to examine the entire piece. So when I lifted it up off the rack, I was just like, oh my gosh, it's a skirt, it's given cyber, slightly bohemian. And then I tried them on earlier today and they're freaking pants, or like capris. I don't know, it's just giving very hippie and so not my style. So luckily I didn't drop a lot of money on them. They were only €5. This is for sure my biggest thrift regret on this channel. So the first time I ever stepped into a Getty Soul, I was immediately obsessed. I was just like, yes, I need to go to every location in Paris. But funny enough, I was never able to find the location where I met Ariel, and that one I really wanted to go back to just because we only had like maybe 10 to 15 minutes to shop until they closed, so they were literally kicking us out. When I show off these tops, you'll understand why I was so set on finding this place again. I only picked up one camisole, but she is so good, and surprisingly it's purple and I love it. I literally wore it the day after I purchased it, and I love how on one cup here very chunky stripes, the other one a lot more fine, and then we have this mesh overlayer that has this like embroidered detail, more stripes right on the bottom. This is the brand 101 IDs. It is a size medium, so it fits me a little bit more oversized, and visibly you can tell that it just doesn't fit me in the bust area, especially the cup, so it makes me slightly self-conscious, but I don't know. I'll try to wear it out one more time and see if it's something I want to list on my website, or if I'm just gonna keep it in my wardrobe. This next shirt I teased on my Instagram and in my previous video. Y'all, this is so freaking good. So already immaculate, right? We have the striped sleeves. It has like little sequins all over. I am obsessed with roses. I don't know what it is. It's just one detail that I really like. So, okay, we got a lot going on, right? We have another print on the back. This is definitely one of my favorite pieces that I picked up in Paris. And what's so wild is that I think it was made in Los Angeles. This brand is literally Rose Garden, Los Angeles. And I was trying to Google this brand, but I couldn't find anything. Even better too is that it's still brand new with tags. This next piece I feel is so ugly. It's just cute. It's just in your face, very colorful, such a statement. There's so many different aesthetics and cores, but if I were to label this one, I would say that it's very kid core. I know for a fact that I've worn something very similar to this in elementary school. This one does have a few beads coming off on the front, but honestly, I feel like it's totally okay. Even without them, it doesn't look like anything's missing. And even the brand tag isn't short on color. It's the brand Janice and a size medium. Mesh clothing is just one of my favorites, which doesn't really make sense because stinky girls, mesh fabric, they do not mix well just because the clothes ends up really stinky. If you know, you know. But okay, let's start off with my favorite. But this one is absolutely staying in my wardrobe. We have the silver foil on the front. I don't even know what it says. It says Star Me. Oh my gosh, it freaking says Star. Stars are my favorite shape right now. So this is so reflective of me. And we have the fitted mesh sleeves. Very sexy, but then it gets even sexier because the back is fully mesh too. So I'm gonna have to wear like some sort of silver or black bra just so that it looks pretty cohesive. We have this one, which is a little bit more colorful but very similar to that silver one. The only difference is that we have a different, more colorful graphic on the front, but again we have the sheer sleeves and the sheer back. Lasher I have is micro mesh. I don't know where this rose obsession came from, but okay, actually let's talk about sizing because I tried both of these on. This rose one is a size 40, fits me perfectly, but then this one says that it's a size 38, but it fits me a lot more loose. So the sizing is all so confusing to me. This one is a little bit more on the simple side since we have the same print throughout, but look at the sleeves. Love that they flare out, and then the minor lettuce edge trimming. I only picked up one dress and it's this one here. It's actually super similar to something that I already own. I think I do have a video of it here, and I love styling it with some like flare pants and my demonias. Only this one has a lot more detail to it, but like it's so weird. So it is pretty asymmetrical and I love the pockets, but on the front we have text that reads police, sheriff, big city, emergency, park rangers. Like it just doesn't make any sense. And I don't know who approved that text, but that makes me like it just a little bit less. And maybe it's just because LAPD has let me down so many times that I really don't want to be wearing police anywhere on my clothes. We've got the last two pieces of the haul. They're both skirts, and I felt like every time I was thrifting out in Paris, I was always met with the dilemma of, is this ugly? Is this practical? But then I just kind of got over and thought, I'll never find this in the States, so might as well just pick it up. So let me know what you guys think. But look at the skirt. I feel like, yes, it looks very distressed because there's so much patchwork going on. There's embroidery, contrast stitching. I feel like it's just giving fairy and it's so pretty. But this is the brand Patrice Bereal. It's a size 36. I don't know what it is. It just looks so personalized to me just because there's so much going on. So I'm able to appreciate literally all these details. There's a few things that I'm obsessed with. First one, unicorns, carousel horses. I feel like they kind of fall into the same category. The second, clowns. The third, pirates. So when I saw this skirt, I was just like, yes, this is screaming pirate. I could use this as like an everyday skirt, or I could use it for Halloween. But for all I know, this could be a costume just because there is no, oh, there is. Oh my gosh, I was just about to say there isn't a brand tag. But there is. It's the brand Hein. It's a size 38. And now that I'm looking at it, it does almost look like it's made out of pillowcases, but in the best way possible. That pretty much does it for thrifting with new friends in Paris. So again, a huge thank you to Ariel for taking us around the 11th district. She honestly showed us so many cool places that I would have never gone to if it weren't for her. As for the thrift stores, I will try my very hardest to find all of the addresses, so I'll leave them down below in the description box. The next place that I'm headed to is Los Angeles for ThriftCon. Not Los Angeles, Las Vegas. I'm headed to Las Vegas for ThriftCon, so if you live there, hit me up so that way we can hang out. Also, a huge thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video, so don't forget that you can visit squarespace.com for a free trial, and then when you're ready to launch, visit squarespace.com/Chanel to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain using my code TWINO. But as always, y'all, I do post videos at least once a week. I'll see you on the next one. Bye!